aturan di Indonesia dengan di negara lain. Dan juga kekhawatiran-kekhawatiran yang berhasil kita rangkum dari hasil pertemuan dengan misalnya Kepolisian RI, kemudian dari Badan Intelijen Negara, kekhawatirannya seperti apa saja sih, dan juga jawaban terhadap kekhawatiran tersebut. Walaupun tentu saja kekhawatiran tersebut masih terus ada lagi yang baru lagi.
Oke.
Bentar ya, saya coba kontak lagi.
I think it's not the time yet. 3 more minutes.
Yeah, another few minutes sih. Oke. Nanti seperti biasa, Axel, the operator, you need to put the WWLC song first ya.
Hai Mbak Ani.
Hai Mbak Nia, sorry jaringan lagi jelek banget nih di rumah aku, jadi aku matiin video ya.
Apa? Tadi saya ini kan, Mbak Felis ataupun yang lainnya juga kenal Pak Baroto ya, Pak Baroto Direktur Tata Negara dari Kemenhukam. Kan beliau paling rajin tuh setiap weekend tuh bersepeda. Tadi saya sempat komen di IG-nya, cukup konsisten bersepedanya, terus pokoknya salam sehat gitu. Bahkan malahan beliau mau jawabnya, jangan terlalu serius mikirin keluarga negaraan terus, Bu. Udah ketebak, pasti larinya ke sana. Mudah-mudahan dalam bulan depan kita juga akan menggelar kembali diskusi tentang kewarganegaraan ini, tetapi dengan mengundang pihak pemerintah dan DPR sedang digodok. Dan sebenarnya sejak seminggu lalu, meetingnya sih sudah dilakukan sejak 2 minggu lalu. Pengen mengadakan kembali hal ini. Di satu sisi saya juga salut dan terima kasih sama Mbak Ita nih yang rajin sekali Sri Kandi menggelar webinar tentang kewarganegaraan. Sali sudah bergabung.
Hai, sudah bergabung.
Hai Sali.
Assalamualaikum.
Hai. Waalaikumsalam. Hai.
How are you, Sali?
Hi,
I'm
Sally.
fine. How is everybody?
Good.
How are you, everybody?
Hai Bu Dewi. Bu
Gimana
Dewi is
kabarnya?
one of our founder, Sri Kandi founder. She's now in US as well, Felicia. I don't know which part of US now, Bu Dewi, because you keep on moving around to visiting your children. So,
Yeah.
where are you now,
I'm
Bu?
in Rochester now, Rochester, New York. Hampir dekat ke
Okay.
Kanada.
Okay. Felicia also in US.
Yes,
Yeah.
Texas. Iya. Okay.
Yeah.
Wita, it's
Kayaknya
8 o'clock. You want to
Yes,
start or you want to give another 5 minutes for people to try to join in?
Udah berapa
it's
yang masuk,
okay.
Tak?
Because we have YouTube recording, so it's okay. If people can joining later, we can just share the YouTube. I would like to set discipline for all of us, so we start on time because all the speaker here. After Axel, after you put the WWLC song, then Felicia, you can lead the conference. Thank you.
Sure.
Let me WhatsApp Axel.
We agree ya bahwa nanti saya dikasih kesempatan lah dulu, just in case, apalagi ini recording YouTube, mungkin bagi pendengar ada beberapa yang tidak begitu aware mengenai kewarganegaraan ganda ini, poin-poin utamanya selintas akan disampaikan. Kemudian nanti dari Bu Sali juga akan menambahkan tentang perbandingan, tadi seperti yang saya sampaikan, perbandingan dengan negara lain serta kekhawatiran ya, Bu Sali. So we got
Bagaimana? Sorry.
So we got around 10 to 15 minutes, but the rest will do by discussion, ya?
Yeah.
Nanti boleh dijadikan saya co-host juga ya, kalau saya tiba waktunya. Mbak Felis, gimana kabarnya?
Baik. Baik banget.
Ininya lagi perkembangan mengenai konsep apa? KG diasporanya. Kemarin kami ketemu dengan Pak Dino Patiala.
Wah.
Tania, WWLC Southwest.
Lagunya nggak jadi. Masih di mute.
Tadi cuma itu aja opening WWLC aja, jadi kayaknya bukan lagu yang full yang biasa dinyanyiin Afrika. Oke, you can start.
Okay. Thank you, all the ladies who have managed to join in. Good day, since we are on different time zones, so I would just greet you all with a good day to everyone, and thank you. We have Ibu Nia Schumacher and Ibu Sally Wellesley, both are now in Indonesia. The program today is to discuss on this dual citizenship for mixed marriage, so particularly for mixed marriage. I understand that an academic paper has been submitted to the Indonesia House of Representatives, and we shall discuss about that later on. And I would like to give Ibu Nia some time to present your slides.
Thank you, Ibu Felicia. Bisa dilihat?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay. Amen.
Hello.
While waiting for the slides to be ready, so Ibu Nia Schumacher is the president of the Aliansi Pelangi Antarbangsa. It's an organization for dual citizens, for mixed marriage couples based in Indonesia.
Okay, I have difficulties to open to connect. Maybe I just
Yeah, I think.
Started screen sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can see the screen now.
Good.
Hah?
Yes, we can see the screen now,
Okay.
Tania.
First of all, thank you for Mbak Felicia and also Mbak Ita, Sri Kandi. Sebenarnya, I thought this is an event also for all the members Sri Kandi, so I prepare presentation in Bahasa, and I prepare myself also talking in Bahasa. Is it okay?
Okay.
Okay. Saya ingin mengenalkan sedikit mengenai tuntutan kewarganegaraan ganda untuk keluarga perkawinan campuran. Considering probably some of the audience masih belum aware mengenai hal ini. Kewarganegaraan ganda yang dimaksud adalah mendapatkan kewarganegaraan lain tanpa harus kehilangan kewarganegaraan asalnya. Misalnya kalau misalnya kita warga negara Indonesia, bisa mendapatkan tinggal di luar negeri, bisa mendapatkan kewarganegaraan pasangan tanpa harus kehilangan kewarganegaraan Indonesianya. Misalnya negara pasangan memberikan kemudahan untuk hidup di sana. Begitu juga halnya untuk WNA pasangan kita yang tinggal di Indonesia bisa mendapatkan kewarganegaraan Indonesia tanpa harus kehilangan kewarganegaraan asalnya. Kita ingat, kami selalu mendasarkan tuntutan ini pada hak asasi manusia. Mungkin kalau diaspora sering mendasarkan pada ekonomi, faktor ekonomi, kalau dari keluarga perkawinan campuran lebih mendasarkan pada hak asasi manusia. Karena kami merasakan, khususnya bagi kami yang tinggal di Indonesia saat ini, ada beberapa hak-hak yang belum terpenuhi secara maksimal apabila dibandingkan dengan keluarga Indonesia pada umumnya. Misalnya, hak untuk menghidupi keluarga atau mencari pekerjaan, kemudian hak kepemilikan tempat tinggal untuk dapat diwariskan kepada pasangan dan keturunan. Walaupun di tahun 2015 memang ada keputusan yang membolehkan perjanjian pisah harta dibuat pada saat perkawinan berlangsung, tapi itu tidak menyelesaikan persoalan secara keseluruhan. Hanya menguatkan WNI masih memiliki hak milik terhadap tanah, namun tidak memberikan hak pewarisan untuk pasangan maupun untuk anak kita, karena ada percampuran dua undang-undang. Nah, yang kami maksudkan dengan tuntutan kewarganegaraan ganda untuk keluarga perkawinan campuran, revisi Undang-Undang Nomor 12 Tahun 2006, itu mencakup kewarganegaraan ganda untuk suami atau istri WNI yang menikah dengan WNA, tadi saya sudah jelaskan sedikit, khususnya ini bagi WNI yang tinggal di luar negeri. Lalu suami atau istri WNA yang menikah dengan WNI, di mana usia perkawinannya lebih dari 10 tahun. Kenapa kami mengambil acuan angka 10 tahun? Ini merefer kepada Undang-Undang Imigrasi tahun 2011, nomor 6 tahun 2011, di mana perkawinan 10 tahun itu sudah dapat kitab yang unlimited. Tentu yang ketiga yang paling penting adalah anak dari hasil perkawinan antara WNI dengan WNA, tanpa dibatasi oleh usia dan status sipil. Tentu status kewarganegaraan ini berlaku untuk selamanya. Kita sama-sama paham bahwa dalam keluarga perkawinan campuran itu terdapat dua kewarganegaraan yang berbeda. Dari sisi hukum Indonesia, perkawinan campuran sudah diakui di Undang-Undang Perkawinan Nomor 1 Tahun 74 di pasal 57. Nah, perkawinan yang berbeda ini menimbulkan banyak masalah. Pertama, misalnya kesempatan untuk bekerja mencari nafkah dipersempit oleh peraturan ketenagakerjaan. Mungkin teman-teman tahu bahwa ada pembatasan jabatan-jabatan tertentu dalam perusahaan untuk WNA. Padahal, tidak semua WNA itu kategorinya adalah ekspatriat. Padahal juga ketika Undang-Undang Imigrasi Nomor 6 Tahun 2011 dulu dibuat, kami berhasil boleh dibilang menyusupkan satu pasal di Undang-Undang Imigrasi, bahwa pemegang ITAS dan ITAP boleh bekerja mencari nafkah untuk memenuhi kebutuhan keluarga. Sayangnya, pasal ini tidak bisa operate Karena berdasarkan audiensi kita dengan pihak ketenagakerjaan, bahkan bertemu dengan Pak Menteri pada waktu itu, urusan izin tinggal diatur oleh imigrasi, sementara urusan izin bekerja diatur oleh Kementerian Tenaga Kerja. Jadi, TKA, tenaga kerja asing, baik itu dari keluarga perkawinan campuran maupun TKA murni masih dianggap satu. Waktu itu kami mengusulkan indeksasi berbeda, karena tidak semua TKA, khususnya dari keluarga perkawinan campuran, memenuhi persyaratan di Undang-Undang 13 2003. Misalnya persyaratan pendidikan, lalu jabatan-jabatan tertentu. Ini tidak bisa terpenuhi. Nah, urgensi yang lain, kenapa kami perlu Undang-Undang Nomor 12 Tahun 2006 ini direvisi, keluarga perkawinan campuran kehilangan hak kepemilikan atas tempat tinggal agar bisa diwariskan kepada pasangan dan keturunannya. Ini kaitannya dengan dua undang-undang, yaitu Undang-Undang Pokok Agraria dan Undang-Undang Perkawinan. Dan yang terakhir tentu yang tidak kalah pentingnya, anak dari keluarga perkawinan campuran walaupun saat ini memiliki kewarganegaraan ganda terbatas sampai usia 18 tahun dan 3 tahun diharuskan untuk memilih, tetapi tentu saja ini bukan persoalan yang mudah seperti diharuskan memilih ayah atau ibu. Kemudian usia 21 pun belum usia yang cukup ketika kembali ke Indonesia, mungkin mereka jadi ditreatnya sebagai turis. Cuman ada kabar terbaru, beberapa waktu lalu kami bertemu dengan dari Direktorat AHU. AHU saat ini saya dengar sedang menyiapkan satu PP baru. Teman-teman ingat bahwa dulu ketika Undang-Undang 2006 diterbitkan, diberikan waktu 4 tahun bagi anak yang lahir sebelum undang-undang untuk mendaftarkan. Nah, ternyata banyak sekali yang tidak terdaftar. Saya dengar ini sekarang digodok PP-nya, akan diberikan kesempatan untuk mendaftarkan ulang kembali. Periode waktunya saya belum terlalu yakin, mungkin diberikan waktu selama 2 tahun lagi untuk mendaftar. Bagi teman-teman yang lolos, kalau saya tidak salah, mungkin kita lihat di pasal yang 41 di Undang-Undang Kewarganegaraan. Ini beberapa acuan hukum, pasal, yang menjadikan kami advokasi untuk kewarganegaraan ganda ini. Jadi tentu saja kami dasarkan pada Undang-Undang Dasar 45. Nah, kemarin saya diminta oleh Mbak Ita untuk menyampaikan sebenarnya progresnya sudah sampai sejauh mana. Lalu hambatannya apa saja advokasi yang kita lakukan. Kemudian sarannya seperti apa. Dan saran ini memang saya ingin dapatkan dari teman-teman semua. Jadi ajang diskusi ini saya harapkan bisa dapatkan input dan masukan. Cuman yang ingin saya... Halo?
Tenia,
Yes?
sorry.
Yes?
I just look at on the participant just now. We have few because this is collaboration. This is actually WWLC a program, but because the subject is about lightning, which is under President Felicia, and then sometimes we also Felicia also one of the people in Indonesian people in America who also fighting for dual nationality. So that's why I thought I'll take this opportunity to talk about dual nationality for mixed marriages and also celebration of Sri Kandi mixed marriage. So I have few Sri Kandi member as a participant. I also have few WWLC ladies as participant. I saw here there is Princess Debbie from South Africa, which is she's the MP. So it's probably good if maybe Sally can translate it. So then maybe it's good then Princess Debbie and everyone else in Africa, in other country also can learn about the dual nationality, or maybe this is good for us. So they can talk internationally. They can bring this. I'm sorry to cut you in the middle, Tenia.
Oh, okay, understand. Sorry. So dual nationality, what we fight for is for mixed marriage family in Indonesia, because we still have 3 major problems. Like I said before, in terms of working for our spouse, and then our children, then our having properties in Indonesia. As a mixed marriage family, we don't have fully right to have all of properties in Indonesia, to buy properties in Indonesia. So the advocate, I mean, Sally, can you later on translate or explain more detail about my presentation, because you also have some?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Because
I've also prepared it in Indonesian as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Ibu Nia, is it your last? Is it your last slide? Is it your last slide?
No. Okay, I will. Okay, fast forward.
Carry on.
Okay, so this is the progress that we already done, making the naskah academic, working together with University of Indonesia, and then we already sent all some of the naskah academic draft to government and also to the parliament members. And during this time, during the years, we also discuss and meeting with many persons, including with IDN Global and IDN United. We also discuss and meeting with Komnas HAM meaning Human Rights Department, and then Women Department, Protection Children. I don't know whether I'm correct to translate this, and also with many parliament members. So this is some people who already got our academic drafts, including from Badan Intelijen Negara. So this is the problem, or the problem that we still have it. We need certain issue that can attract press to blow up the yes, to making bigger the issue about the dual nationality. And then we also need to approach some department with still security. And also we need to get support from at least 5 majority present in parliament, or 20 independent parliament member, because we have a target next year on 2022. This revision law should go to the priority in 2022. Okay, this is some of the activity we now discuss with UI, with Fakultas Sosial Politik UI. We are going to have this agenda. This is only some photos, so showing that we did all the audience and meeting with parliaments head, parliament members, and we got invitation from Baleg, Badan Legislasi DPR, also to present our goal. And this is one of the present in DPR, also in parliament as well. Komisi Perlindungan Anak. And this is from Kementerian Hukum HAM. Yeah. For knowing further detail, you can visit our Instagram. That's all. I think I prefer to have questions from you because I didn't prepare well. Sally, can you add some, please?
I will take it over before I hand it over to Sally. Okay. Thank you, Bunia. We from the World Women Leading Change, I think this is an international matter, since Indonesia also signed the Declaration of Human Rights with the United Nations, and it has become the law in Indonesia, as you also mentioned in your paper, law number 39 of 1999 concerning human rights. And it does mention that everyone has the right to acquire, replace, or maintain citizenship status. I think in the future, in the near future, I would suggest that we also involve our other half, who still holding foreign citizens, to get more involved, so they can see this is not just Indonesia matter. It is an international matter, since Indonesia signs the Declaration of Human Rights, and it has become the law in Indonesia. Thank you, and take it over, Ibu Sally.
Okay, thanks very much again for this opportunity. And I'm sorry, I also prepared in Indonesian. So I'll try. I'm just trying to sort of adjust some of the slides right now to English. Okay, let's see. Okay, can I share my screen?
Yes, you already co-host Bu Sally.
Okay. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm just going to add a little bit to what Nia said by talking about dual citizenship more broadly, and some of the some of the arguments from that, also some of the counter arguments that we've had to prepare to deal with government officials and legislators and so on when we're presenting our case to them. So first of all, talking about the dual citizenship in the world in general. And as you can see, it's now recognized or tolerated in more than 130 countries out of, what, 200 countries in the world now. So it's getting more and more popular. More and more countries are adopting it. I think since 2000, I think more than 20 countries have changed their laws to allow dual citizenship. And that's, that trend is, every year we see more and more countries moving to that, primarily because they're recognizing the dynamics of, the way the world is today, with people being ever more mobile, having and more people having formal relationships with more than one country. So born in one country, working in another country, maybe marrying somebody from yet another country. Their children are bi or even tricultural, and this trend is becoming more and more evident throughout the world, and not least in Indonesia. And also as more and more countries now are moving away from sort of patrilineal transferal of citizenship. Certainly in Indonesia, up until 2006, citizenship could only be transmitted through the father. And that was also the case in many countries around the world until relatively recently. And as more and more countries move to allow citizenship to be transmitted through both the father and the mother, then obviously you have more and more dual national children in the world, and countries are finding that what happens to them. So and more countries, sadly not quite yet Indonesia, are recognizing that it's the children's birthright to be able to maintain two citizenships. Okay, and what's interesting actually is that a lot of a lot of the countries that have recently adopted dual citizenship are in Africa. And this was something that came up recently at a recent event hosted by, I think one of the diaspora, no, I can't, anyway, there were several speakers on dual citizenship from the Ministry of Law and Human Rights, and also from various academics who were involved. And it came to the question, why hasn't Indonesia adopted dual citizenship? Why can't Indonesia have dual citizenship? And one of the responses was, well, because Indonesia because of Indonesia's history as a country that's been colonized, of course we can't have dual citizenship because it's a former colony. And, it's just against, our sense of nationalism, our sense of national pride. It's not something that Indonesia can ever accept. But in fact, I mean, if you look around Asia, and also if you look at particularly Africa, and also, of course, South America, many of those countries that now accept or tolerate dual citizenship do have a history of being colonized. So that's, they've managed to move past that, and and they've recognized that it's something that there's a need for it amongst their citizens, that their citizens are increasingly dealing with being members of more than one country, members of more than one state, that it's something that's beneficial for the from a socio-economic point of view for their countries. So this is what we are trying to convince Indonesia about. As we've as Nia touched on, when we advocate to lawmakers and other stakeholders, there are always the same sort of questions that come up about obviously dual citizenship. It's not just about citizenship. We also have to look at several other fields, security, taxation, many things are, land ownership, many things are, have to be discussed before we could ever consider doing, adopting dual citizenship. So I'd just like to touch on a few of those issues now. Certainly in Indonesia, one of the biggest issues is land ownership, because that, as of now, the right to land ownership is only reserved for Indonesian citizens. So no, foreigners are not allowed to own land at all. They can only have right of use or lease on land, but they can't own it. And as Nia mentioned, that causes problems with in mixed marriages, because the Indonesian partner also loses their right to own land if they're married to a foreigner, because because of Indonesia, because of the laws on joint ownership of property after a marriage. It means that if you buy a house after you get married, that house is owned jointly by the husband and the wife, and if the husband or wife is foreign, then that's against the law, against the land laws. So that the big concern is, if dual citizenship is allowed, won't lots of foreigners just, take advantage of dual citizenship to own land in Indonesia, to own houses in Indonesia? Well, there are actually, already some safeguards against that. First of all, there are regulations. There's the amount of land that individuals are allowed to hold is already regulated in this regulation from the Minister of Agrarian Affairs, which sets the limit at, I think, was that 5,000 square meters. You're allowed to have 5 parcels of not more than 5,000 square meters each. So there are already limits built into the law, and that could be, further revisited. And also, as Nia mentioned, we're also proposing that foreign spouses can only get dual citizenship after 10 years of marriage to an Indonesian citizen. So that's, it's not something you do out of convenience. If you have to wait 10 years before you can get your hands on some Indonesian land, it's not exactly something, you're not going to enter into a marriage purely to buy land. So that's, and there are many other, safeguards as well that we could, activate to prevent the misuse of marriage to get dual citizenship. Another question that comes up frequently is, jobs. you know, if dual citizenship is allowed, then you know, foreigners will just come in and take jobs from Indonesians. In fact, that's not. It doesn't. From the statistics, it doesn't seem as though that's going to be too much of a concern, because as of and as you can see there, as of May 2021, there were some 92,000 foreign workers in Indonesia. Some of those are people who are married to Indonesians. That's quite a small proportion, I think. And as a percentage, as you can see, of the total population, it's minuscule. It's 0.3%, 0.03% of the total of Indonesia's total population. That's the number of foreign workers in Indonesia. If you compare it to somewhere like Malaysia, foreign workers account for or are equal to just over 10% of the total population. In Singapore, it's something double that, almost 20% of the total population. And in the United Arab Emirates, the foreign workers are equivalent to 87% of the total population in United Arab Emirates. So it's unlikely that allowing dual citizenship is going to massively impact the job opportunities for Indonesians. Oh, that's in Indonesian. Did not do that. I'll stop the presentation there. How can I stop sharing? How can I? Sorry, just trying to stop sharing.
It's on the bottom middle.
Yeah, I can't get it. Sorry. I'm not on full screen. Stop share. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so some of the other issues that come up are things like taxation. Again, there are safeguards in place. Indonesia has a residence-based taxation system. So if you're anybody, whether you're Indonesian or foreign, anybody who's in the country for more than half a year is considered a taxpayer, an Indonesian taxpayer, and has to pay tax. So that's got nothing to do with your citizenship status. That's just based on residence and your employment status. And in fact, as you know, there are Indonesia has multiple double tax treaties with different countries that prevent dual tax people being double taxed, in their country of residence and their country of citizenship. So that's also not an issue. In fact, by allowing dual citizenship, Indonesia would increase its tax base, because they would be allowing, people, foreign spouses and mixed marriages would be allowed to work and therefore contribute to the treasury, the Indonesian treasury. So that Indonesia would benefit from that. There's also the issue of which legal jurisdictions apply. This is always brought up as an issue, as a problem. In fact, it's really not, because most countries, or generally in international law, there's the principle of effective citizenship. So the citizenship, if you have more than one citizenship, then your country of domicile is considered your effective citizenship, and that's that's if you, for example, go to a third country and you require diplomatic protection, then that's the country that will be expected to protect you. Of course, if you're in a country, whatever country you're in, you have to abide by the law of that land. I can't be in Indonesia and say, okay, I'm a British citizen. I don't abide by any Indonesian laws. I just defer to British law. It doesn't work that way. So whichever country you're in, that's the law that you have to abide by. but in terms of diplomatic protection, it's your effective citizenship that is the one that takes precedence. So there are security, national security is also another big issue that's always talked about. And there may be concerns, but the fact is that more than 120, as we've seen, more than 130 countries have adopted dual citizenship. And I've searched and searched, and I haven't been able to find any sort of terrorist incidents or crimes where dual citizenship has been a determining factor. It's really not. If people are going to commit crimes, they're going to commit crimes. If people are going to go off and join foreign terrorist organizations, that's what they're going to do. It doesn't matter what their citizenship doesn't generally impact that. So it's not a big, it doesn't seem to be from what I've seen, it doesn't seem to be a factor, a determining factor in international crime or terrorism or anything like that. Indonesia is also party to a number of treaties on combating international, transnational crime as well. So there's a lot of international cooperation that can be, drawn on to prevent incidents of that nature. So yeah, that's just a few of the, to wrap up then, that's just a few of the sort of counter arguments that we've been trying to make to, people in stakeholders, to lawmakers, to government officials, that dual citizenship is not something to be afraid of. Rather, it's something that can really benefit Indonesia, and it's also our right. We're mixed marriage families are Indonesian families, and we deserve to get the same, the same right to feed our families, to shelter our families, and to live, with some degree of legal certainty that any other Indonesian family has. So I think that's basically what I wanted to say. I don't want to take up too much more time. So if anybody has any questions, I'd be glad to try and answer them.
Thank you, Bu Sally. So a question to Ibu Nia before I give the opportunities to our other ladies from like President Nasago or Lebohang or Matapo, and for all the women leading change all over the world. What is the plan to escalate the urgency so that the Indonesia House Representative will discuss this matter, which we believe the goal is to alter the current citizenship law? What is the plan to escalate this the urgency?
So we have talked much actually this with our team. First of all, we need to create certain issue like what I mentioned before in some press. Definitely, we need to lobbying with the parliaments more often. From our last visit to Wakil Menteri Hukum and HAM, and then we also telling him that we need to put this RUU into the priority next year, and he trying to help us calling directly to Ketua Balik, Bapak Supratman, and then asking him to make sure we got the right to do that, and then according to Pak Supratman, we can get the place into the 2022 if there is any law drop, because now Parliament is only having 33 draft law per year, and that's quite limited. According to one of Parliament member, now is very limited compared to the last period, 2014-2019. So we need to create some buzz so people will talk about this. That's why we work together with University of Indonesia, making a public discussion, talk show, and then webinar, still on progress. I mean, we're still discussing, because we think that using University of Indonesia as the host will attract a lot of people, not only our mixed marriage participants, but also some of academic as well. So we talk about that. So what to accelerate? Of course, we need to make more approach to the government and the parliament members. And that's what we did and going to do. But Bu Sally, can you add some?
Yeah, I'd also add to that we're also trying to work with the diaspora, the Indonesian diaspora,
Yes.
you know, both IDNG and IDNU. A couple of weeks ago, we had a really good meeting with Dino Patijala, and you know, we're discussing what kind of collaboration we can build, and we've also had you know, discussions with both IDNG and IDNU, you know, at various levels to see where we can collaborate, and we're trying to get some, trying to organize some webinars together with them as well, as part of our efforts to get this, you know, to bring these topics, to create buzz, as Nia said, around these topics. So that's also going to be part of our strategy going forward.
That's
I mean, we have been, you know, up to now, we always, you know, have welcomed collaboration with them, and will continue to do so. We'll hopefully intensify it as well.
That's good. More pressure is better. Dr. Aylaaljufrie raised hand. She's a founder of WWLC. Would you like to weigh in to discuss a discussion, please?
Thank you, Felicia and Baita, and also all the speaker. I just want to say thank you for organizing this. And it's very important for any citizenship to have their legal rights, yes. And perhaps with WWLC, we can make this worldwide and start in Indonesia. Because there is a law, there is human rights law, which actually been found by a guy called Cyprus the Great, before it is translated in France, and then it's taken to the human rights. And this is 24,000 years ago, right? If a guy 24 or 7,000 or 24,000 years ago already have this thinking about the rights of human. And by the way, Cyprus the Great is the only non-Messiah that is written in the book of Ezra, Bible, right? This guy built 1,700 kilometer road. And I think, especially Indonesia, right? Like today, I have a huge discussion with my government regarding some asset. And sometimes, because I have only one citizenship, perhaps you also have to do it for even bigger than mixed marriage, right? There is an option that people can take at some kind of option. And I'm willing to go all the way with you. I have a international school. We can support you and we can help you write it. It's just that I'm still working on who is the best to write this. Perhaps I will put Dr. Marilyn, that also in UN, and there is a lot of pressure. So when a country have a lot of pressure, they will take it seriously, right? It's like if you don't have a pressure, they will not take it seriously. But it's also have to have benefits, right? See, even for non-mixed marriage like me, if you have only one option, like Indonesian nationality, if you decided to bring an asset, right, coming to Indonesia, your government think that, oh, you have to have a license. What license, right? It's a B2B, there is no license needed, right? See, if I have an option of second nationality, I could bring this asset anywhere I want, right? Without even losing my nationality.
We're losing you,
Yeah,
Dr.
I think
Ayla.
I can't hear anything now.
We lost you. Okay, while waiting for the connection, and that's a good news that WWLC will also would like to offer the involvement in this matter, since we all know that this is not just the issue of mixed marriage, but there are a lot of other things, and it is above all the human rights issue, as Indonesia also adopted the law number 39 of 1996, no, 1999, concerning human rights, that we do know that everyone has the right to acquire, replace, or maintain citizenship status. Thank you very much. And I would like to invite, while waiting for Dr. Ayla to get connected again, to our ladies from WWLC in Africa. If one of you ladies still there, would you like to weigh into this discussion, please? Maybe Princess Debbie? Okay.
Good afternoon. I'm sorry. Where I am, I cannot show my face and it's a little bit noisy. How are you? And thank you very much. The family of World Women Leading Change Worldwide. Thank you so much, President Ayla. And I think really we have to talk more and interrogate this issue, because you know, no one have the right to discriminate against one another. So we have actually to ensure that we get this law, and it should be we as World Women Leading Change to show that we are instrumental in ensuring we make other family members to be comfortable as they supposed to be. We really want to say thank you so much, ladies. Princess Debbie Dinao Raputi from South Africa. I'm sorry, one of the friends just took me out and it's a little bit noisy here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Love you so much. Ma'am and President Ayla, speedy recovery to Mommy. Mommy to be comfortable. Mommy must be pain-free. We love her. We love you. Thank you so much, Debbie Dinao Raputi from South Africa. Love and light.
Thank you, Princess Debbie. Any other ladies from our lovely Africa would like to weigh in? Or, okay, Bu Nia Schumacher?
Yeah. First of all, really, I would like to apologize for look like not really ready the presentation, because I didn't have enough briefing. My fault also, I didn't ask detail to Mbak Ita. So that's also part of my mistake. We APAB, founded since 2002. And since then, we always fight for our rights, especially for mixed marriage. I mean, talking about what Ibu Ayla saying, that dual citizenship also is it possible for all the Indonesian people? I cannot give the answer for that, because I only representing for one stakeholder, which is a mixed marriage family only. But the other stakeholder, we have also diaspora. So diaspora having 4 goals for dual citizenships, not only mixed marriage family, kid, but also ex-WNI, which is who already not held the passport, the Indonesian passport. I think that's more broadly, the goal from diaspora. But apart from that, whether apply for Indonesians, I think that's I mean, good thinking about that, but I'm not capability expert to whether this is possible, because there's Indonesian politicals still holding one nationality. So we still fighting really hard, even for mixed marriage family. I mean, as everyone aware, the law of citizenship before 2006 exists in 58. So 58 to 2006 needed really long time to give us right. Our kid having dual citizenship even limited. Then since Indonesia now it's borderless and everyone also having thinking modern thing, and marriage with other nationality is become common thing. If diaspora emphasize on economic, we emphasize on human rights because we feel it. In Indonesia, we feel it. We have discrimination, especially with three things, like I present before. And our husband or our wife, foreigners, always thinking like a rich people, well-educated. Meanwhile, it's not all like that. So that's become a problem for us. I will not against with dual nationality for all Indonesian citizens, because that's really good, because will be easier also. And then like Ibu Ayla said, there is a lot of benefit also for Indonesia, but some Indonesian people or government, especially from the politik hukum or policy or BIN, always thinking about security. But I do believe that regarding security or terrorism, there is another also law to protect Indonesia from that kind of threat, actually. So I'm glad we have support from all of you about this, but I couldn't talk more about applying for Indonesia. But we only small stakeholders, because probably we only have 2.5 million, right, Sally?
Somewhere between 1.5 and 2.5 million. We haven't got the sort of accurate. Yeah. That's our estimation.
And diaspora about 7 million, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a bigger stakeholder as well. Maybe that's what I can add. Sally, you can add some more.
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue of whether we limit dual citizenship to certain groups or extend it for everybody. I mean, that's a decision for the government to take. But as Nia said, we can only argue from our about our concerns, and our stakeholder group, which is people in mixed marriages, and in fact that pretty much also covers everybody, because you only get you're only eligible usually for dual citizenship, right? If you are either married to a foreign citizen, or if you live in a foreign, if you've lived in a foreign country for several years. So that, basically, if dual citizenship is allowed, these are the two groups, the diaspora and mixed marriage families that are going to be affected by it. If you are living in Indonesia, you're married to an Indonesian, your kids are Indonesian, there's no real need for dual citizenship, because you're not, unless you decide to, move overseas or something. So yeah, but I mean, that's a question for the government. I mean, we're not opposed to it in principle, but we're arguing from our concerns from our stakeholder group, and also we also think it might be more palatable to the Indonesian government if it's restricted in some sense. Get it for the mixed marriage families first and the diaspora, and then go from there.
Thank you, Bu Sally. Any other participants would like to weigh in or asking questions or recommendations while waiting? From WWLC, Ibu Nia, Bu Sally, you know that you get all the supports, and we won't be tired to discuss about it to help to escalate this urgency.
Thank you. That's really good to know that we have this support from these great people, you know, in the organization. So it's good to know that. Solidarity.
Correct. It is an international issues, and I would be, it would be fun, you know, next time we shall invite our other half to discuss, to join in, to weigh in into this discussion. Yeah, we shall try. I invited some gentlemen, and they said, "Oh no, this is women." I said, "No, yeah, but we welcome men also to weigh in."
Yeah.
Next time, my husband is very supportive. He knows about these efforts, and he's all out. He's 100% behind this.
But sorry to interrupt. Could we invite our children also? So I think it's important for us to hear from their perspective. You know, as a mixed married children. At the moment, my daughters and my son still hold a British passport, but next year one of them need to change, and we kind of like dilemma at the moment. I would like to my children become Indonesian as well, because I would like to come back to Indonesia when my mom's getting older and looking after my family. But then if I'm if I'm retired and getting older, how come they could come to Indonesia and have the whatever we're gonna leave behind for them, you know? So it's very important to listen children as well. Maybe we need to bring up, you know, mixed married children as well to speak.
Yeah, I would not. Yeah, I would not say maybe, but that's for sure. Yeah, we would love to also hear from the children.
We have that actually. A few months ago, we produced a video where some of the kids aged between about 13 and 16 were speaking about their sort of hopes and fears about dual citizenship and their thoughts on having to choose. And and that's on YouTube. It's on our Aliansi Pelangi Antabangsa YouTube account. So if you want to have a look at that. But we're always
have a look.
Yeah, and if your kids would like to weigh in and sort of make some kind of messages on that would be we're always open to that.
Yeah, this is hurting.
Eka,
Sorry,
thank you so much to joining us today, Eka. Eka is the mixed married from UK, and then we just Sri Kandi also just formed the committee of Sri Kandi Mixed Married UK. So this is also our introduction. We have a few members from Indonesia, Jakarta. We have a few members from UK, and then we have. I'm sorry, Tania. Because last time our Zoom Indonesian Zoom conference, I don't see the participant from international. But today, because I saw like few, so I quickly WhatsApp you. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I don't warn you in advance.
Sorry, just a second.
Yeah, Eka, we will, of course, like also President Felicia Sitanggang is our President WWLC for USA, specific to look after the lightning leading chains. And this mixed married, not just mixed married, the dual citizenship is under her hand. So I think we will have more discussion about the regulation, the law. We will hear from the husband and yes, from the kids as well. I think we just have to make noise, and this Zoom is free. I mean, yeah, we pay once a month, but it's convenient. It's so convenient, discuss about in Zoom. So let's do more often. Let's do like once a month. We hear from the children, maybe in Dubai, children in US, children in Africa. Maybe they have different thinking because of they live in different place. So let's continue, and then yes, Felicia, thank you so much. You will lead this discussion. You will lead this discussion since you also already start. I met President Felicia first at this kind of discussion as well. The WWLC discussion about dual citizenship. So let's continue, and then I'm sure, you know, we also can bring this topic to international. We just have to make noise, because I'm from PR and marketing background, so I so believe that media has so powerful to make the decision maker listen. So, you know, let's say Nia Sumaker only one person, Sally only one person. If you do keep on going lobbying, yeah, it's good, but then the whole world need to know as well. So then this, the media, all the members Sri Kandi or the member of Aliansi Pelanggan Antarabangsa, we are amplify this thing. So this all like, you know, snowball. Then let's not just Indonesia, but the international also understand that this is what we're trying to do in Indonesia. So yeah, and yeah, today is also a celebration of Sri Kandi Mixed Marriage Anniversary to 21. So imagine, Felicia, we already fighting for 21 years. And Sri Kandi is one of the organizations that initiate Aliansi Pelanggan Antarabangsa with COMET Worldwide, which is Nia also the chair lady of COMET, and also C4. Sally is the founder member of C4, is Cross Culture Couple Club.
That's
so
right,
the
yeah.
Indonesian man husband with the foreigner wife. I think my son also can join C4 because my eldest is Indonesian. He married to Iris. So
Oh yeah, she's welcome. Definitely.
yeah, yeah.
I'm not one of the founder members though. It was founded a long time before I even arrived in Indonesia. So yeah, it's been
But
going.
you are very active member at the moment, Sally. You are the fighter. You are the warrior. So yeah, before I offer back to you, President Felicia, I would like to thank you to everyone. And yes, let's continue this more often and regularly. So our fight in Jakarta, in UK, wherever, we fight together. Thank you very much from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I'm glad to hear from all the ladies that it is an international issues about these efforts for Ibu Nia Ruseli. You get our support, fully support. And yes, we will make plans for next time to invite our other half and our children. And then we will invite the government of Indonesia so they can hear from all of us. Thank you so much. If there is no other ladies who would like to weigh in, Ibu Ita, should we conclude this meetings? More like gathering and celebration for Sri Kandi anniversary, I guess. Okay. Any other Sri Kandi ladies?
Yeah, I think we wait for a few seconds if there is any other Sri Kandi ladies or maybe WWLC ladies want to say something.
Yeah.
I want to say something.
Please.
Just in case I didn't say properly before, I really highly appreciate to Mbak Felicia, also Mbak Ita, for this event. So not really well prepared for us, but I think the message we already deliver quite okay lah ya, okay.
Wonderful.
And then the more important thing is the support from all of you, and then to create the buzz. I think this event also can create the buzz. Talking about Mbak siapa from British, Mbak
Eka.
Oh yeah, Mbak Eka. Really glad to hear that you would like, probably your son or your daughter or your kid want to speak out about how they feel about dual nationalism, dual nationality, what they expect, because now we trying to create a lot of videos saying about our hope to Indonesia, to Parliament, more people saying about this, I think more people will hear and then more interesting. Because if talking from our side is only about, you know, law and law and law, people get bored with that. But we need also some humanity feeling. So
Yeah.
from the husband, from yourself who living abroad also, what is the difficulties, the benefit for Indonesia later on. And then diaspora, I really hope Mbak Felicia is really representing the diaspora IDN. Actually, we meet quite a lot during the webinar, and we also had a discussion quite intimate with us before with APAB. And last time when we met with Pak Dino, we also talking about joint cooperation, what we can do, what diaspora can do to push more often to the parliament or government. And I hope diaspora now already starting to release the draft for the academic draft as well, because I heard the white paper is already done or something like that. So hopefully from many stakeholders, we can, you know, we can make them listen. Yeah. And thank you very much for the event. I'm sorry for my limited
Don't worry, don't worry.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you.
It's wonderful and understood very well.
Yeah.
Ibu Ita, are we going to have a photo session here, like screenshots that Axel is going to do?
Can you take a picture or shall I ask?
Yeah, if any of you cannot, I mean, it's not possible, that should be okay. So Axel,
Let me take pictures.
Everyone to show the
okay. Ibu Inia Schumacher will take the picture.
Excuse me, I just want to say something before we close.
Sure.
I'm Dewi Hardy, one of the founder of Sri Kandi. I just want to say thank you for everything effort Bu Ita doing, and also thank you for Aliansi Pelangi, and also for World Woman Leading Change, who is already willing to help us and have attention about our Dwi citizenship. So I just want to pray that everything will be smooth and then turn out to be happen that Indonesian have the dual citizenship.
Amin,
that's the only one. Thank you for everybody.
Amin.
Thank you.
Dewi.
Princess Debbie, thank you. We can see you. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Hey, Paul.
And regard for everybody.
We'll
lot
take
of people I just
we'll take a picture, so show your face. Madam Empo, thank you very much. Princess Debbie, you look so wonderful. Verina, Annie, President Rasogo, where's your face? Nabila, we will take a picture.
I'm sorry, I'm in the middle working, so sorry.
It's okay, okay. Okay, Dania, you can take our picture, a couple picture, I think.
Okay. Moment. 1, 2, 3. And then, okay, another one. Moment, because from application. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Thank you. So we conclude this meeting. Yeah, and we conclude this meeting
Felicia, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, I saw one more ladies founder from Sri Kandi, Ibu Rahayu. Ibu Rahayu, would you like to say something since this is our anniversary? Since you want to say something?
Thank you, Ita and everybody. I think Ibu Dewi already gave like a little speech about anniversary, but I just want to add that I'm really happy, and then thank you for everybody for supporting us and also supporting all the women in the world for good cause and good prospect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. So I would like again to conclude this meeting that WWLC World Women Leading Change, we are together with all the ladies, APAP, Sri Kandi, and other organizations who tirelessly make the efforts to escalate the urgency for the House of Parliaments in Indonesia to discuss, to alter the citizenship law. And for our next meeting, we will make time and invite our other half and the children, and we will let you know. You shall hear from us. Take over, Ibu Ita. Are we gonna sing the WWLC?
Yes.
Okay.
Song. Yes. Axel, do you have the song, Axel?
We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change, leading change. We are the woman leading change for our people, for our countries, for everyone in the world. Love, peace, needed in this world. Endurance, needed in this world. Forgiveness, needed in this world. Unity, needed in this world. Yes, African woman leading change. Antarctican woman leading change. Yes, Asia woman leading change. Yes, Australia woman leading change. Yes, Europe woman leading change. Yes, North America. Yes, South America. Woman leading change. Galerato fella. Galerato fella. Woman leading change. Kalitabo fella. Kalitabo fella. Woman leading change. Gotando pella. Gotando pella. Woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. Yes, Ayla. Yes, Ayla. Woman leading change. Yes, Indonesia. We thank you, World Woman leading change.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
ladies.
so much semuanya.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Okay.